How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Beautiful day outside here in Montana. Sun shining, birds are chirping. Just a great overall day. Wanted to take a little time to make a video here today. I've been getting a lot of questions from some people within the hobby and just some buddies wanting to know you know which of the grading companies I prefer, and why I prefer them, and who they should go with. Um, there's a lot of lesser known companies out there on the market trying to capitalize, and get into the market that Beckett and PSA, have kind of had a monopoly on for a long time. Um, my personal opinion is go with the companies that you're familiar with and that you've dealt with before. I have used Beckett and PSA both. There are some pros and cons to each. I'm a member at PSA. I think their customer service is great. When I call PSA, I get a living, breathing person to answer the phone. There's no automated system. There's no "your call is important to us. Please stay on the line. A prima dos iota." There's none. There's nothing. There's no messages. It's you get a person to talk to on the phone, which is great. I've used Beckett too. I think that overall feel, I think the PSA website is a little easier to use than the Beckett website is. That's just my own personal opinion, though. The literature for me, Beckett wins that argument hands down. I mean, the Beckett book is great. I mean, not only does it have, a price guide in here, but it also has product reviews and what they pulled and odds, and there's good articles in here. The PSA literature is a sports market report that they send you when you sign up for your membership. It's more of a population report as far as what's been graded and how many are out there, and a lot of auction flyers. And to me, this magazine is kind of set up for the older collector. There's always articles in here on the T206 cards, and auction reports, and buying game used memorabilia and personal collections. When it comes down to grading cards, I do have a little bit of a discrepancy depending on what I send. If I'm sending off vintage stuff, 1950s, 60s, 70s, even some 80s, I prefer the PSA, the PSA case, the PSA holder. I think, to me, it's basically a cosmetic decision for me. I just think that the vintage cards look really nice in the PSA holder. I mean, I really do. For the newer stuff, I like the Beckett. I like the Beckett holders. One thing I will say about Beckett that I do like that they do, and I wish PSA would somehow incorporate it into their grading system, is Beckett will give you subgrades. Let me get in here so we can show you what the subgrades are. Okay, those 4 grades are subgrades. They tell you, where your card was flawed. On this one, the centering was 10, the edges were 10, the corners were 10, the surface was 9.5. On this PSA holder, all they tell you is that it's a mint 9. So, I mean, you don't know why this card, graded the way it did. I mean, I do like that Beckett breaks it down and tells you, hey, look, your surface was dinged, or you had a crease in the corner, so your corner didn't grade well. I mean, in all honesty, I sent this in because, truth be told, I was almost positive it was going to be a 10. So I sent it in. This was one of my free grades from PSA. So just a quick video. Use who you want to use as far as the market goes, and take care, and God bless, guys.